Hey, welcome back to another Mind the Mic podcast. I'm your host Shubz here with a very, very special guest, a legend of content creation here in Australia. Uh, you might know him as Teddy or Ted's Ticks, Ted the Ticks. The bro Teddy, what's good, my brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. Happy and healthy. How about yourself, bro?
Yeah, same, brother. Trying to get better everyday daily deposits into a better future, a better tomorrow. But it starts, today, brother. So I'm good.
That's good to hear, man.
Yeah, brother. For anybody that hasn't seen you around, brother, can you change their mind on who you are?
That's it, man. That's just like you. I'm trying to do the daily deposits of changing people's minds. Bro, the name's Teddy. Ted Aesthetics, like whichever, honestly. Teddy or Ted Aesthetics. I'm a content creator, comedian, entertainer, whatever you want to call it. But obviously, all the videos that I make are just for entertainment, right? I'm just yapping and having a laugh, and just bringing everyone along with me whilst making the content and having a laugh. So the way I see it is, there are three things that bring people together, and it's usually food, music, and shared experiences, like having a laugh, right? And my videos are essentially trying to have a laugh and make people realize that we're more alike than we are different. We might be different nationalities, different religions, different everything, but bro, I'll go to Coles, you go to Coles, we're gonna have the same experience. I bet you.
Yeah, that's right, brother. Exactly. Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful thing, especially in this day and age. Like I feel like there's still a lot of separation out there through, like you said, different, whether it's religious things or different creeds, different colors. But we're all human at the end of the day, brother. And you're right. Our lived experience is our lived experience, but a lot of it is relatable to people you wouldn't even think. And I think your content definitely bridges that gap, brother, and people probably realize a lot more how actually close we are as human beings.
100%.
Where did Teddy grow up anyway, brother? We take us back in the days, brother. Where did the bro grow up?
Take us back in the days. So, contrary to popular belief, I'm actually born in Australia. So, born in Australia, I grew up in Carlton. So, typical migrant background, bro, like housing commission, the big high-rise towers in Carlton.
What kind of migrant background though? For anybody that doesn't, what's
Moroccan. So both parents are Moroccan.
Yeah, French Montana's cousin.
This guy. Yeah, man. He's a better looking version. I'm like the LD version of French Montana.
I don't know, cuz. I don't know.
Like,
I reckon if you lined up all the aunties and you said, don't worry, respectfully, you're married men. But if you lined up all the aunties and they could put French Montana, Teddy, and they just use, face value, I reckon heaps of choose Teddy, my bro.
Look, bro, you're too kind. Maybe I need a trip to Turkey. I get the hairline sorted, the teeth sorted, and we're good. And get some auto-tune going, and maybe I'll be French.
Let's go, brother. You can't change my mind either, brother.
That's it, bro. One trip to Turkey will change it all for me. But yeah, man, so I grew up in Carlton, then moved to Morocco for 4 years. And I think that's sort of like, I think it happens with a lot of islanders too, like you guys go like back home for a bit and it just really makes you appreciate, or even just going back to New Zealand even, and then coming back to Australia and it like opens up. Yeah, no, 100%. I'll believe that. That's why you guys are so good at playing guitar, man. Music, man. I'm still adamant that Asians have the best music taste, man. Islanders are second.
Second, eh? Oh, let's go. Shout out to the Asian music taste. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, going back to Morocco, they obviously changed your perspective.
Opened up my eyes. Yeah, definitely. Man, came back to Australia and just sort of, I think when I came back, I realized like that, right, this is the most beautiful country to be in. So, like when I say beautiful, like people instantly think of like nature and aesthetics. But I mean, just like opportunity wise, obviously medical, education, and opportunity. So, like we've got, I mean, it's not just there for anyone to grab, but if someone puts in the work, it's there for them, right? And then just went high school in Glenroy. So shout out to the 3046. That's where I grew up. So Glenroy, Broadmeadows. Yeah, man, northern suburbs of Melbourne. So after Carlton, after Morocco, moved to the northern suburbs of Melbourne, and that's why I've got the accent that I've got. So that's a northern suburbs thing. So it's like similar to the western Sydney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
True.
probably like
Northern suburbs. Is it
yeah,
heavy migrants up those ways or?
100%, man. So you're talking Arabs and Islanders, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is up here.
Yeah,
But it's
solid,
changing. It's
solid, brother.
changing heaps.
Yeah. So they're talking about Morocco. Whereabouts do your family come from in Morocco? Cause
So my family, so my dad is from Asila, which is like the north of Morocco.
yeah.
But man, it's a small beach town, bro. Like you're talking, the average person there's a fisherman. Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
very small
Yeah.
beach town. Like the average person's a fisherman. You're doing very like if you want to do well, you've got to go to the bigger city type of town. And the biggest city is Tangier, which is about 20
Tangier,
minutes,
yeah.
30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And that's where you like pretty much on a nice day you will see Spain from across the beach, man.
Yeah. Wait, do people
Yeah.
realize like do people realize that you're like when you say you're Moroccan, do a lot of people think you're just like you're from the Middle East? Like you're not from Africa? Do they think
But I think it's that, and I think as well, like people have programmed themselves to think I'm Lebo. Like instantly, like I watch my
yeah.
videos, they're like, "Oh, look at this Lebo guy," and then when I tell them I'm
Yeah.
Moroccan, they're like, "No, you're not." I'm like, "Yes, I am, bro."
I
so,
know me, brother.
so you know,
Yeah.
exactly, man, exactly. So it's just sort of like breaking through that. But everyone's like, where's Morocco? It's either I get where's Morocco or I love Moroccan food, and I'm just like, all right, sweet man. I'll just walk away from this conversation. But it
Yeah.
is what it is. Not many not Moroccans don't migrate to Australia. They're all in Europe, and understandably, it's
Yeah.
closest to Morocco as
Well,
well. So
you just over the water, Spain, like you said, bang, and there you go.
yeah, 100%. And I think even the story of how my grandfather came to Australia was
Yeah.
weird
Tell us, bro.
because bro, apparently there was like a shortage of skills, and like people to work in these countries, right? And I think my
Yep.
grandfather got the option to go to Canada or Australia, and he chose Australia because they're like, "Oh, you don't have to pay for any insurance. Like, we'll cover it for you." So he's like, "All right, cool. I won't go Canada. I'll go Australia." And then he ended up
Oh,
here.
that was the only reason. They didn't even know what
Yeah,
Australia was.
no, and bro, and like about 2-3 months ago, I realized that like when he first came here, he was in Toowoomba. He wasn't even in
Oh,
Melbourne.
true. Oh, Toowoomba, G. Wait, I got some
Yeah.
family like my like I don't know how many greats, but like a great grandfather or whatever came from to like was from Toowoomba. Oh wow, and moved to New Zealand and got with a Maori lady, like way back there. Yeah. Shout out to Toowoomba.
Nice.
And,
It's
but he was
hey,
off
man,
he
shout
was
out to
off the boat.
Toowoomba.
Yeah, shout out to
Oh
Toowoomba. He
yeah,
was a
but it feels
convict and
like
all that. Yeah, but
yeah,
same
but
off a
it feels
boat.
like
He was
yeah,
being
it
grandfather.
feels like whoever migrates to this country off the boat, they just send them to Toowoomba. Like the
Yeah, that's
processing,
Toowoomba. Yeah, maybe
the
that was
click.
that what it was. Was there a processing center there? Oh,
Yeah, I don't
maybe.
know, man. Maybe it's the click and collect for refugees, bro.
Yeah, in a way, we're cousins, brother. No.
Hey, bro, I told you, man.
No, solid, brother. But was your grandfather around? Like when you were growing up? Did you meet him?
Yeah. So man, he's kicking, bro. Like it's funny, right?
Oh,
You see him from a distance. He looks Moroccan. Opens up his mouth. Is the biggest bogan.
oh, true.
Yeah,
So,
man.
he's not like one of those migrants, like like even some of my family that migrated, fucking years ago, and they still got the accent. He's bogan sounding.
No, he's as bogan as they come, and it's funny because it's like almost having a dog meow. It's like you don't expect it. It's like when he opens his mouth, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa! You speaking like that, man? Speaking like a guy from Toowoomba. But
There you go, mate.
yeah,
Hey,
man,
look.
man. Yeah, but
Oh, right.
man, he's still around, man. He's happy, healthy, fit, and I think as well, like the advantage that he had because there's barely any Moroccans here. So I think he had no one to really speak to. So it's just like, oh, you know what? I'll actually just learn English and you know
Yeah.
become part of the
Oh,
country.
so you're Moroccan. Both your parents Moroccan.
Yes, sir.
So
Both
do you
parents
know their story?
Moroccan.
How they united? Do you know that story or?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like my parents, they're not together anymore, but they happen
Yeah.
to meet at my grandfather's shop. So my grandfather moved to Melbourne, and yeah, like every school holidays, my mum would work there, and then my dad would, he would see her then, and then they slowly built up that relationship, and then that's how they met each other.
Wow. There you
Yeah,
go. That's
man.
it.
Just
Not many Moroccans, but they found each other. There you go.
hey, it's like they say, sometimes it's destiny, bro.
Yeah, that's right, brother. Hard. And look what they made, brother. How many siblings you got?
I got two sisters, bro. I got two younger sisters. Yeah, Yasmin and Hanan. One of them is a fashion influencer as well, so she's doing
Yeah,
social media and all of that. And the younger one lives a very low key private life, so we let her do her thing.
yeah, yeah. What's the low key one? Is she like get cheeky to use about like what you do, or nah? She's pretty crazy.
Nah, no, no, man. She's super supportive. I think she's more like, hey, you know what? You guys are built for that. Do your thing on socials. She's like, well, for me, I just want to live a private life and do my thing. So, but it is what it
Yeah,
is, man. It comes with the territory. You put yourself on social
yeah,
media, you're gonna get things.
100%. So back to that Moroccan thing, though. The Moroccan life, fishermen to Jesus up the ways. What do you think the biggest takeaway from that experience? 4 years in Morocco, and how old were you?
So I think I went there when I was like 7 years old,
Oh
and
yeah,
I came back. Yes, I was like young, but almost like in that proper development phase, right? Like 7 to 11 is almost like
vital way.
you start seeing things, yeah, for what they are. You're not just like, oh yeah, I'm just here because I'm here. I actually was seeing things for what they are. So in those 4 years, it was just all we knew was two things: there's religion and soccer, football, right? That's all we knew, right? And that was my upbringing. And then you realize, like, as you get like as the years progressed, I was like looking around, and I'm just like, man, like the future isn't that really like bright here, right? Everyone that you speak to, it's weird because sometimes, and you realize this as you get older, you got to be around optimistic people, at least people that are optimistic about the future, right? Whether it's, I'm not talking like 5-10 years down the track, I'm even just optimistic about tomorrow. And
Mm.
when you live in a small town and everyone knows everyone, it's almost like a crabs in a bucket where like, oh, you're going to go to the big city? Are you serious? No,
Yeah.
you stay here with us. And as I was getting older and going to school, I realized, man, like, obviously I'm not going to be able to play soccer professionally just because, the pool of people that are playing soccer is
Hectic,
huge,
eh? Yeah.
right? So you're talking in a town of like, let's say there's 5,000 kids in that town.
Yeah.
I've got to be the best of 5,000 to even make it to the biggest city.
Uh,
So I was just like, you know what? Yeah, if I'll just sort of stick around and sort of see what I can be when I'm older. I'll just keep going to school, playing soccer during the week, and that's it. And then,
mm.
the more you go to school, every year level, the optimism was just dropping, right? And I was like, that's when I'm like, oh wow, okay, cool. This is why people leave this country to go to like Europe or Australia. Now I sort of see it from my grandfather's lens, in the sense of like, oh, what am I going to be doing here when I can just go to Australia? And even if I do the worst job in Australia, that's probably still going to be paying 10 times more than what I do
Yeah,
here.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point, brother. 100%.
So, so then you start seeing that, and then I think it came to a point where my parents were just like, you know what, the dream that we had, because I feel it feels like it's every migrant's dream. I'm not sure how it is for Islanders or even like New Zealanders. Of you come to Australia, you work hard, sort of take that money back home,
Mm.
and then you sort of like
Set up the
retire
fan
and
back
live
there.
happily ever after.
Yeah, I think that's a big
Exactly.
goal, brother. I think there's a big goal for a lot of people, like in my
Yeah.
community, for sure. Yeah, definitely. 100.
100%. There's especially the elders. Like they don't want to be working for the rest of their life,
Nah.
right? Because they're still like mentally, they're still clocked in back home, right? So they've got that like, I just want to chill out and relax and have enough money to sort of spoil everyone around me,
Yep.
but also things. So I think my parents sort of realized like, oh shit, like we actually can't do that here. It's not sustainable, right? You do it for 2, 3, 4 years, and then after that, it's just like, all right, cool. There's the more effort you put in, you're not getting more money. Everything's just a step sideways. So I think they're just like, you know what, let's head back home. So I
Yep.
ended up coming back to Australia and then right back into primary school. However, I had forgotten all the English that I knew
Oh,
because I was there
true.
for
Because you
four
were
years.
fully immersed in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Moroccan
bro. I
way
was
of
in the
life.
schooling
And
system, playing soccer
beautiful.
every day, playing in the streets, and
Did you have a
bro, the
team, brother?
second.
Like a European team that you supported as a kid, or
Oh, man,
anything?
in Morocco, there's only two teams, man, and that's Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Oh, that's it,
And
eh? Right
that's it,
over the
man.
water.
And Exactly, man. So everyone back home, in terms of like family, was a Real Madrid supporter. So naturally, I became a Real Madrid supporter.
Ah, okay.
I
And
had
so
to. I
this
had no
day
choice,
still?
man.
Yeah, no, to
Oh,
this, yeah, it's like me,
100%, man.
from New Zealand, brother.
100%, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, let's go.
Of
Got a few
course, man.
dubs too, eh? Shout out to
Bro,
Ronaldo
oh,
and the boys.
100%. Yeah, hey, man. Even without Ronaldo, man, we're still dominating. So we're hoping
Yeah.
to
Oh,
get
yeah.
into the final tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I think we play. Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, hard. Well, look, who's playing? I'm not that well versed on
Oh,
football.
so it's the
But
It's the European Champions League
oh yeah,
final,
yeah, yeah.
semi-final. So, um, Dortmund won this morning against PSG, who are cashed
Dortmund,
up
they
from
Germany.
Saudi.
Dortmund,
Yeah, Dortmund, the
German.
Germany. And then you got Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. So they drew on the first leg, and now tomorrow is the second leg, and winner goes to the final against Dortmund. So it
Oh,
could be an
solid.
all-German final,
Ah,
but it could
has it
also
happened
be a
before?
Real Madrid versus Dortmund.
Has it
No, I don't
happened in
think
the
in
Champions League?
history.
That'd be
No
crazy
chance,
because
man. Like,
they've been quite
you
strong,
know,
eh?
like
Bayern Munich for a long time too. They're pretty
yeah,
strong.
this is the first year in ages that they haven't won the league, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
so and for them to even be in the semi-final is like crazy. So, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's good for the sport. You know, your competition inside the country and competition in a, I guess, continent is like two
Yeah.
different levels, man. You're talking different languages. You're talking different skill sets. You're talking different tactics, right?
Yeah. How hard were you cheering for Morocco last in the World Cup day? Just
Bro,
gone
I
on
was
last year.
cheering so hard that I stopped making videos for 2-3 weeks that the World Cup was on. And it's
True, bro.
bro, and it's funny, bro. I was going that hard, and like, bro, people, because let's face it, right? How many Moroccans do you know other than me right now?
You, my brother, and French Montana, your cousin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
The not as pretty
Um,
one.
but yeah, bro, everyone is like, like you're the only Moroccan I know, so I'm gonna support Morocco because you're Moroccan. So I had, bro, people like showing love and showing,
Oh
and
shit!
so it
I
was like,
better shout out. Actually, sorry, brother. I just remember this is Coco. She's Moroccan. Sorry, sis. My bad. No. Anyway, carry on, brother.
yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's bro, like like everyone was showing love for the Moroccan team winning, and I was like, obviously, going hard with the support and everything. But it came to the
yeah.
point that I had a few people message me like, bro, when are you gonna start making videos again? We're sick of seeing Morocco.
Oh,
I was going hard. I was going hard, supporting and
bro, can't I
everything.
just
And
enjoy?
no, absolutely not, man. You're on the clock.
Daily
So I was
deposits,
like,
baby.
but bro, I was wrapped, man. And like I said, man, I grew up playing football. So, like playing for a club, you play for money. When you play for your country, you're playing for pride. You don't even give a shit about the money.
Yeah,
So
fuck.
it's a,
No, 100.
so and that's how it should be, bro. Like, and bro, no matter who you are, no matter what sport you play, if you play for a club, local or like within the country, in a league, you're playing for a salary 9 times out of 10. It's very rare you find the anomaly that plays because their club and their father, like father-son rule in AFL and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But obviously you play for the badge, but you're playing to make an income. However, when you go to represent your country, man, that's not about money. That's about pride, and that's what I've always said, man. Even if I was to go play soccer, like let's say instead of making videos, I turned pro in playing soccer. I wouldn't play for the Socceroos, man. I play for Morocco because I know
Yeah,
it'll mean
baby.
more to them than it'll
Let's go.
mean to people here,
Yeah.
right? Because at the
But
end
do
of
you
the day, you
can't?
play for pride.
Yeah, but do you also like pump up the Socceroos if they're going well? Like, is that feel
Oh,
cool to you?
100%,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I made a whole video about the Matildas, man.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
know
I
how much
seen that.
shit I copped, bro? Because people are like, oh, the women's soccer is, it's women's sport in general, just cops shit.
Yeah,
So,
does he?
yeah, it's weird, huh?
Yeah, why? What's this? Just
I think,
stereotypes and stuff, like just
I
old
think there's,
mindsets.
I think there's the old mindset, stereotypes, and I think as well, man, some people just cannot cope with seeing something blossom like that, right?
Of course, anything.
Yeah.
Like you would have copped it
Bec-
heaps, I'm sure, on your journey.
Oh,
So,
100%. And sometimes, seeing a women's sport, like women's team have more success than the men's, sometimes it irks people a bit. And, like I've always said it, the Matildas are established to be a dominant force in the Women's World Cup. And then they went on to have that run in the Women's World Cup. So, you love to see it. So I'm like,
yeah,
listen, I back anything. I've got a blue passport. So at the end of the day, of course, I'm going to back Australia.
yeah.
But I always say it will mean more to the people in a third world country than it will here.
Yeah, nah, you're right. And
Yeah,
especially a third world country that like whose life revolves around not only the religion but also football. Like that's
pretty much,
that,
man.
yeah, makes sense, man. Makes sense for sure. Did you ever get into much like being in Melbourne? Did you get into any AFL? Like who do you support
Oh, of
in
course,
that
man.
game?
Yeah. So with AFL, I think as you get to high school, you just naturally you've got to pick a team.
Yeah.
And so I just started following AFL socially. So I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'll just go for Collingwood.
Mm.
And then, but now I'm like a diehard Collingwood fan. So it's funny how like
Oh,
it
okay,
just
yeah.
starts off as like, yeah. So yeah, man, always got into the AFL.
Okay.
Bro, like I said,
Can
at
the
the start it was
pies?
socially. Can the pie, up the pies, up the Maggies. You know, like yeah, but now like obviously get around the boys, especially after winning the Prem last year. So I've just had a good run in sport the past 2, 3 years, man.
Yeah,
With
been pretty good
Morocco,
now.
Matildas, the Pies, Real Madrid always smashing it, so that's like normal. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, fuck, AFL's so good, and I've been trying to get into NRL, man.
Yeah. Oh, you've been trying. Been
I've been
trying because
trying, man. Yeah,
there's plenty of your Libo cousins like it.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, shout out to
the
the brothers, man.
conversation, like, man, it's funny every time I go Sydney. It's like, bro, who do you go for? And I'm like, oh, man, I have a team. They're like, bro, you better go for the doggies, or you better
Yeah,
go
it
for the
better be
Para Eels.
doggies
And I'm
because you're
just
a
like,
Libo. No, 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 no.
essentially, man, it's like by default they're just like doggies.
Yeah. So you don't now what like what's the reason for trying to get into it, brother?
Bro, like most of my work right now is with KO Sports.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
like naturally I've got to stay in the loop with everything. But like you said, like I said earlier, you know, if you surround yourself with a certain type of optimism,
Hmm.
right? So with the NRL, I surround myself with like these people that are in KO Sports or with other like other people in Sydney that are into the sport, and I'm there. I'm just sitting there like, shit, I better get into this. You know, it sounds good. It sounds good. So I try and catch a game whenever I can.
Yeah.
But it's tough. You know, obviously clashes usually with the AFL footy, the real footy.
Ah,
Um,
yeah, cut it out, mate. No, 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 no.
but yeah, well, like whenever I can, it's like especially if there's a really good game, like
Yeah,
it's hard to
like
sort of not pay attention.
yeah, well, especially like Origin and that, that'd be even harder not to like when
Oh,
Origin or
bro,
something
it's
like
on a
that. So
Wednesday, man. There's nothing better.
yeah, it's not,
Be
ain't
on a
no footy
Wednesday,
on then. Yeah,
of
nah,
course, man.
100%.
And like, bro, and being from Melbourne, you know, like seeing New South Wales and Queensland go at it, it's like you know seeing like the chook fights. You're like, bro, you know, bro, I'm on no team, but man, if you guys want to kill each other, bro.
Yeah. We don't condone cockfighting. Let's go.
Exactly, no, absolutely not, man.
Absolutely not, brother. What other sports you like? But MMA then with KO Sports as well, or
Oh, bro, come on, man. UFC. Honestly, right now, the past ever since lockdown, so ever since I started making videos,
yeah.
so that's almost going into my 3rd year now. So it says
Hmm.
2 years and a half going into my. No, man, it's June next month. So next month will be my 3rd year going on to making videos. I've been watching a lot of UFC, and I think naturally because no sport was on during lockdowns, so I just got heavy into it, man. So MMA, man, what a sport.
Yeah, hard. How good was 300 though, eh? Because people ripped that off as a card, brother. But it turned up, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it's very easy to hate on something, right? But styles make fights, and it shows, man. You know, bro. You don't, bro. It's not about the names, right?
Yeah.
If there's two fighters that are, you know, I guess like stylistically a very very good matchup, that's what
Yeah.
you get, and that's how
Yeah,
300 came.
100%. And if people want to point to the ground on the last after, just dominating the whole fight pretty much, let's
Hey,
go.
that was the tactic with this podcast. I was going to get to the last 10 minutes or 10 seconds, and I was just going to say, "Hey,
Yeah,
rapid
point
fire
to the
right now,
ground.
man."
Yeah, let's go.
Point to the
Dr.
mic.
Teddy.
Mind the mic. Mind the mic.
Mind the mic, baby. Shout out to the bro Teddy, man. How does
That's
the
it.
name Teddy come about, brother?
Bro, just high school nickname, Teddy Bear, and then
Why were you a
we
bit of a
slashed off
cuddly
the
guy?
bear.
You were a
Pardon?
cuddly guy, were you? Were you a cuddly guy?
Yeah, man. I was cute like a teddy bear, you know.
Yeah, let's go.
You know,
Let's go,
so
baby.
that's stuck. And then when I went to make the name, I'm just like, you know what, teddy bear is a bit funny. If I like, like anything under the age of 18, if you call yourself teddy bear, you're like, oh, they're still young, they don't get it. Over
Yeah.
the age of 18, I'm like, all right, let's just go with Teddy.
Yeah,
So
solid.
yeah,
Because
man, Teddy and Ted Aesthetics.
yeah, but your name's actually Rashid, is that right? Rashid?
That's the one, man.
Yes,
Rashid
yes.
with a
Shout out to the bro
CH,
Rashid.
Moroccan spelling.
Rockin' spelling, eh? What's the
That's it,
definition
man.
of Rashid? Have you ever looked it up? Or do you know?
Rashid is a wise man, apparently. So if someone is Rashid, it means they're
Yeah.
wise. So I'll
Let's
take it.
go. So the three wise
Yeah,
Rashids. I see it.
that's
Let's go.
it. It'll be the three Rashids, man, because Rashid
The
is
three,
wise.
yeah, means wise. Yeah, that's right, brother. Yeah, yeah. Tripped over that one. Hey. Yeah. Oh, you changed my mind. Yeah.
That's it,
Uh,
100%, my bro.
and so high schooling all in Melbourne. Did you kick on to like university or anything like that, brother?
Nah, man. Yeah, and you want to know what's funny? There are some days like I look back and I'm just like, bro, I wish I went to uni just for like the social aspect. And you
For
could have
party?
probably like,
No, no.
nah, no, man. Just even like just group of friends and everything. Like it's sweet to see, right? Because after high school, you realize you're in high school, and then once you leave high school, the people that you used to hang around with, you were only friends with due to convenience because you guys were in the same place from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Whilst in uni, it's like some classes are almost like I hate saying this, but voluntary. So if you're hanging out with those guys or girls, like it's usually because like you actually want to be there,
You want to be, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because
you want to.
yeah, you want to be with them, and sometimes you got to go out of your way because uni isn't like, oh yeah, I'm in the zone, so I have to go to this uni. Like, bro, I know people that drive or like even catch public transport from like the northern suburbs all the way to Monash on the other side of Melbourne.
How long does that
So it
take?
goes to
Like on
show
public transport?
a public transport that surely would be no less than an hour, man,
Oh, chief, just to
each
go to
way.
uni. Yeah, each way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's
like just to go to uni. So that's what I mean. So the bond is created over not trauma, but the bond is created over like you know I don't even know what to call it. Like almost like the shared experience.
Yeah, 100. Bro, I never went to uni, but I went to some uni parties. They're pretty fun, for sure.
Yeah. What did you do after did you actually finish high school?
Yeah, I just worked. There's heaps. No, no, no. Didn't finish, brother. Didn't finish properly. Yeah, and but I just went.
That's like me.
Yeah, I just went. Moved to WA, brother, and just freaking did it like heaps of construction. Worked in like mining towns and some of the indigenous communities, like building their houses. Just any like sort of job I could get where I didn't have to stay too long, and then I could go travel, like go to Europe, go to South America, just go travel. But I just enjoyed it, brother. So yeah, it's pretty
And
much
how
was
good how
me
good is
until I had
traveling,
kids.
man? That's the
The
best
best,
teacher, huh?
brother. Yeah, I think even for children, like you take your kids around the world, brother. Like that's the dream, cuz like you get a job and you can take your kids with you traveling, because I think traveling really broadens the mind, and it gives you different perspectives. I just think even growing up in New Zealand, for example, and a lot of the turmoil that we grew up around, like myself and a lot of the ones that I grew up around, you come here, you think your world's so big at home, man. Then you come here like, oh, fucking Australia is way big, you know what I mean? And then there's a whole bigger world out there on top of that, It's crazy, man. And
Of course, man. And
you
I,
know,
and I think as well, like learning different cultures and seeing different people opens up your eyes to make you realize that, bro, like what I think is so important is actually just
mm,
important to me. It's so
yeah,
subjective.
subjective, brother. Yeah, I think life is subjective in many ways, and perspective is, pretty much everything. You could look outside and see a beautiful sunshine, or someone else could look out that same window and see a dirty window. Someone else could look out at it and say, that sun's burning me. So like perspective is definitely everything. Like, and yeah, and it is all suggested, like life is subjective in general. G, just like what like some things that I think like someone moans about, I'm like, but then to them maybe it is big. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Hey, bro, it's like when your friend that doesn't have kids complains about being tired, and you look at him like,
That's the
bro,
one, brother.
you don't even have kids, man. How are you tired?
Oh, you
It's like,
think
who
you know
knows?
what time it is until you have kids, eh, brother? Until you gotta like wake up in the middle of the night and like one screaming, teething, one needs to like feed, and all of those things are going on. Cause
Yeah.
that's a whole. Wait, I just want to shout out to all them. Obviously, some fathers have done it, but all their mothers and grandmothers that have raised kids, like multiple kids, especially, but kids in general for years, bro. You're warriors, because holy Rick,
Soldiers, for
man,
sure. Man,
straight
if
up.
it, if it wasn't for my wife, man, I don't know where I'd be, bro.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. Oh, shout
Especially when
out
it
to
comes like, bro, they're so naturally maternal, man.
oh, so good. Even like my baby mama, brother. Like like her and family didn't really believe she'd be that good. I felt it in my soul. I knew that she'd be a good mother, brother. As soon as she had our son, brother, bro, just the best. And and same again with all the other kids, brother. Just like you said, naturally maternal.
Yeah,
Speaking, just ready to get it, man. 100. Big
100%,
love
man.
to
They
the
become
mums.
nurturing, of course.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
100.
Mother's Day coming up as well. So big
Oh,
love to
this
the mums.
too, brother. Oh, let's get the Mother's Day. Shout out to the Mother's Day, baby. We're gonna have to drop this
That's
one
it.
tomorrow just for because
Oh.
Mother's Day is coming up. We can't be dropping it the week after. For Mother's
Why
Day,
not? Why
baby.
not?
Why not,
That's
baby?
it.
Why not? 100%. Um, you spoke about like growing up in Melbourne. Did you get like suffer much bullying or anything like that, or was it pretty cruisy, or what kind of a teenager were you?
Bro, I think the good thing about being Moroccan is I was cool
Yep.
with everyone. I was
Oh, okay.
Switzerland
Oh yeah,
to
yeah. I
everyone.
get you. Yeah, no
Yeah.
beef out. No
Like,
beef out,
yeah,
eh?
100%. Like, the people liked me because I wasn't, hanging around with a certain clique or anything. So I was Switzerland with everyone,
Yeah, that's
which
good to
made it
know.
a fairly, yeah, I made it fairly chill throughout my teenagehood. Stood up for whoever I could
Yeah.
along the way because, bro, like, bro, no one wants to see anyone cop it in any way. So, stand up for the ones that can't stand up for themselves and almost like talk people out of also reacting at the same time. Because there's one thing sometimes that like, what happens is, especially in like, I'm just using my area for an example, right? You'll get people who will just, they have a shit life outside of school or outside of whatever, and they'll come to school and bully people because they have such a shit life. And then you get some people that will start bullying because they think they've got to show people that they've got, like, oh, I've got it over you, I'm stronger than you, or
Mm,
like, they've almost got to show a bit of oomph. So for that, like, standing up isn't just like, defending the ones that can't defend themselves, but sometimes it's also like telling the person that's doing the bullying, like, hey, simmer down.
it's not okay, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's not okay. So, I try to do that as much as I can. But yeah, man, I had a fairly normal upbringing. Turned 15, started working at McDonald's.
Yeah, that
So
Macca's. Any
yeah,
Macca's
that's
stories for
it,
the
man.
people? Any Macca's stories
Oh
for the
man,
people?
plenty, bro. Oh, plenty, man. But my most memorable one, and I said this at my stand-up comedy show. My most
Yep.
memorable McDonald's story. I used to work at Broadmeadows McDonald's, mainly Muslim. Like
Yep.
everyone, but Broadmeadows McDonald's was so bad that no one ethnic wanted to work there because no one wanted to deal with the ethnic people that came in to eat, right? And there was this one guy came in and is just like, he looks at the menu, starts ordering, and then pays and then walks off. Anyways, I went to grab drinks for the boys at the front. So I'm making drinks. This guy comes up to me with a half open wrap and looks at me. He's like, "You made me eat bacon." And I'm like, "Sorry?" He's like, I saw you making this and you put bacon in it. I've been a good Muslim my whole life. You made me eat bacon. And now because of you, I'm going to hell. And I just froze because, bro, I don't know what to say. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, I think you've got the wrong person. I don't know if you ordered something. I'm like, let me take a look at your receipt. I'll
Mm.
take a look at his receipt. He ordered a Caesar wrap. Anything that Caesar wrap, to anyone listening, has got bacon in it. Anyways, and I'm like, bro, like, and this is when I knew, like, something not normal with me. Because I turned to him, I'm like, bro, if you're worried about the bacon, bro, the whole McDonald's isn't halal. Like, bro, what do you think, man? Like, we've got Brandon in the back, going to the back, grabbing chickens and slaughtering them, saying Allah Akbar, slaughtering them, making them halal just for you. Come on, bro. Like, let's be real. We're at McDonald's. So,
Good point, though, eh?
that's,
Good
yeah, of
point,
course,
Gus.
man. Like, bro, you pay minimum price, man. You're going to get minimum effort. So,
That's it,
that's the
brother.
reality.
Yeah, no, that's a good one, brother. I think it's a good one. Hopefully, some of that, for anybody that thinks, oh,
Of course. Ah, look,
because you're
man,
right.
bro, before you go anywhere, especially these days, man, you have dietary requirements. Why
Mm.
wouldn't you ask before you order, bro?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that was a while ago though. When you were 15, no, that was only 10 years ago,
Yeah,
bro.
aye, man. I wish, bro. I wish, man. That was exactly 15 years ago, bro.
Oh, true. 30 bangers, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yee.
30.
What'd you get up to? What'd you get? Are you 13 now, or are you turning 30?
30 now.
Oh, yeah. What'd you do
Turning
for the
31.
30th, brother?
For the 30th, man, what did I do? I started my tour. Last year, I did
Yeah.
my first stand-up comedy tour, man, when I turned 30. Pretty
How'd you
much,
go?
yeah, really, really good, man. We did every single city. Started off at Gold Coast, so celebrated my birthday in Gold Coast. And
Mm-hmm.
then, so my day on my birthday, then the next day did my first show. And then from there, did Brisbane went to Perth, then Perth to
Yeah,
Adelaide. Yeah, man, Perth sold out for me.
yeah, brother.
And you want to know what's funny? I was
What's that?
telling the promoters, I'm like, I don't think we should do Perth because no one will come out to my show. And the
Hey,
show sold out.
hey, we got peeps out here, brother. We got peeps out here
Hey
in
man,
Perth.
you got peoples, man. And it's
We
funny
got
because I
peeps,
stayed
man.
back after the show and everyone is like, oh, no one ever comes to Perth. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
the thing too,
well, I gotta
brother.
keep coming out.
That's the thing, though, brother. Too like Perth is an untapped market because a lot of times, whether they have big festivals, so, like some of them come here, but some of them don't, brother. Bro, they would sell out because people. There's nothing really to do here, cause like like there's nature things, but hey, we don't got cool rides and shit like that, brother. Like he's got over
You,
those ways and stuff. Yeah, so
you
like
guys just
people
got
are
beautiful
down.
beaches, man. Beautiful beaches and beautiful people, bro.
100, brother. Yeah, I mean, beautiful people everywhere, but yeah, that's it, brother. There's definitely a market here if people want to come, brother. Just gotta,
Of
good on
course.
you. Shout out to the bro for not listening to you anyway. Hey, and doing it.
Yeah. They're just
What
like,
did you
no,
learn?
you gotta do Perth. You gotta
Yeah,
do
what did
Perth.
you
I'm
learn?
like, yeah,
What did
yeah,
you
yeah.
learn from it, brother? What did you learn from that experience of first stand up tour?
The first stand-up tour, man, if I had to share what I learned,
Mm,
it's like, bro, anything that you think is worth doing, like, sorry, let me word it differently.
mm,
The thing that you want most is on the other side of like being scared of fear, right? Because leading up to the tour, bro, I was shitting myself. However, before the tour, all I wanted to do was jump on stage and perform. So to get
mm,
that feeling of satisfaction of getting those laughs and everything, because I'm just so used to getting likes, comments, and views. So to get that feedback of the laugh, on being an entertainer, being a comedian, is on the other side of pushing myself onto that stage. So
yeah.
anything in life that I want is on the other side of risk. So sometimes you got to risk jumping on like in my position, jumping on stage and take the risk of potentially being good, potentially being shit, to get the laughs and the crowd raw straight after. So the best things are on the other side of risk. Is the one thing that I've learned.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I see how you post a lot of quotes like that every day. A lot of days, bro. I love that stuff, bro. Keep doing it. It inspires me, cause as well. Just cause that's all I follow, bro. On my social shit, I only follow like positive stuff, bro. Today's the day. Day one instead of one day. All that kind of stuff. Like that's all I see on my feed, cause that's all I want to see. Cause always like laughing, funny stuff like yours, and then when I see quotes and stuff like that you put up, brother, like even the other day, I can't remember exactly verbatim what you said, but it was pretty much on like, people are gonna talk smack, people are gonna whatever, just like you exactly what you're saying there, just in another way, Gary V style, right? Same points, just 1,000 different ways said. Just pushing yourself through that, having the ability to
On
push yourself through all of the noise and you know,
Of
don't
course,
worry
man. And
about
it's funny because the ones that usually talk shit about what you do are the ones that come up to you. Or I think the quote was along the lines of the people who act like they don't see anything that you do, but when you see them in person, the first thing that they do is bring up what you're doing, and it's just like, bro, you don't like any of my videos, you don't comment on any of my videos, you don't share anything. But when I see you, the first thing you know is like, oh yeah, I saw you were on the Mind the Mic podcast. How was it? Oh, brother, you didn't like it. You didn't share it. You didn't comment. You didn't even send, even just privately message me and be like, oh, bro, I tuned into the podcast and it was sick. Or I saw this video and it was sick. Nah, people refuse to show love and everything in between. But when they see you, that's the first thing they do. And it's just, bro, it's it's such a strange thing, and that's why like I've made it, especially like for the year 2024. Like
Yep.
I've made it my thing to like go out of my way to make sure I comment on people's stuff, to make sure I, message someone, like if I think of them, even, or like if I see a clip of yours, like now that we have
Yep.
conversated and we know each
Connected.
other. If I see a clip of yours
Yep.
down the track, I can be like, "Oh, Shubz, man, that was crazy. That was a crazy
Yep.
episode." Or that clip, bro, I was
Yeah.
pissing myself laughing. Just
Bro, I
making sure
see you
spread that
too.
positivity and everything.
I see you commenting on people's stuff too. I'm like, yeah, this guy, that's cool, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
Like,
of course, man, bro. You got to show love. You got to show love, and I think at the end of the day, bro, people forget it's social media. If you're not social, get off the platform, bro. What are you doing on here? And this is what I mean, bro. You're like, you don't comment, bro. You're just a CCTV camera. That's what
Yeah.
you are. Bro. And, bro, and if
100%.
you're, bro, and they don't even post themselves. So it's just like,
Yeah.
bro, like it's such
What is the
weird
point?
behavior. Exactly, bro. Like it's social media, bro. You know what it's like? It's like the guy that goes to a nightclub and just sits in the corner with a drink in his hand and just stares at everyone.
And he doesn't
Like,
even
bro,
drink the drink. He doesn't even drink the drink.
Exactly, bro. Right? It's you're out here for the experience, man. It's a social experience. Get amongst it or get off it, man.
Yeah, I
And
like
that's
it,
why, like,
brother.
bro, there are some people, bro, I respect. There are some people that I respect that don't follow me, but they'll check in like once a month, like, or once a week. They'll come into my profile and view, and it's like, cool, man. You don't want to see my stuff on your newsfeed. That's all right, but don't make sure you keep that same energy in person. And don't act like, oh, we're buddies. And it's like, bro, you don't even support the small things, right?
Yeah.
So that's why,
You
like,
didn't even follow me, cuz.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
People are just, it's so weird, but people are afraid to show love. It's scary, man.
Mm. Do you think that's that crabs in the
Or
bucket mentality?
what else they're scared of, bro? They're scared of, if I show love to you, someone will see it and think I'm glazing.
Oh, yeah, that's a big thing too, I think, brother.
Yeah,
100.
like, oh, look,
That's a
bro,
big
like, oh, bro,
yeah.
stop writing his meat. And it's like, bro, I'm just saying a good thing about him, man. And it's like, oh, no,
Yeah.
you're glazing. And I'm like, brother, trust me, man. It's just a compliment, bro. It's not that deep.
Yeah, but that's true though. That's so true, brother. I think you know what I think. It's either that you're just you're glazing as meat, or also they think, oh, you're just trying to get something out of this exchange. Like maybe you just want to have you just want to just praise them because you think, wow, that was cool. Like I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That was dope,
100%,
brother.
man. Yeah, bro. Not everything has to be transactional, man.
Nah, I don't think so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
you can just say something or reach out and just be like, hey, like a perfect example with you, man. You're like, hey, I've got a podcast. I'd love to have you on. That's it, man. You're like,
yeah.
you didn't have to sit there and like, like almost like tune someone up for like months and sort of groom them into getting that favor.
Yeah,
So, bro,
yeah.
people will just appreciate your honesty, whether it was for good or for bad. So you know what? You're like, you're better off just showing love and leaving it. Like,
Yeah. My grandfather used to
and
say
that's
you
a
get
lot of-
more respect stabbing someone in the chest than you will in the back. Like, don't do that. But just like I get what he's trying to say.
shocking advice, but I get what he's
Yeah,
trying to say, man.
yeah, 100%. So out the gate advice. Don't be doing that. But yeah, I get what it says. It's a metaphor. Yeah. For sure. So how did the whole change my mind start? But that was when did that start? 3 years ago. The whole
Yeah, man. So like, bro, when I started making Instagram videos, because I originally started on Instagram, and what happened was like the first couple of videos that went viral, whatever you want to call it, is I was saying, and you can't change my mind. Now that was almost like the hook to say like, hey, like everything you're saying in this video is straight facts. There's nothing you can say to change my mind. And then I made like 1 or 2 videos after those 2 videos without saying you can't change my mind. The people were like, oh, where's your signature line? And I'm just like, what signature line? And then like, you can't change my mind. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. If that's what you think is my signature line, then I'll just keep using it. So I've just kept using it and it's just stuck. And now it's such a good hook because now I'll rewatch my videos and I'm just like, oh, can I change this guy's mind? Oh, no, wait, shit, that's me, bro. So it's just stuck.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. I'll keep it.
Yeah. So but lockdown happens. That wasn't your first foray into making videos, though, right?
No, absolutely not, man. When I was younger, bro, in high school, I was a media buff, man. So like, I think you choose like 5 or 6 subjects in high school.
Mhm.
I'd get C's in everything. media A plus plus. So I've always been into
True.
media, and then YouTube was first came out. I think the first YouTuber that was on there was like from our sort of. Well, to give you a bit of context, man, the main reason I started making videos on YouTube was because I didn't see anyone from Australia that sort of represented my day to day life. Right, every YouTuber that I used to watch was American, and then along came Superwog, but that was skit, so it was acting.
Yeah.
Right, but like there wasn't anyone that was just talking straight to the camera like the way we are talking to each other right now. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be that person. And almost in a sense, I wanted to start almost like a podcast. So I
Yeah.
turned to my two best mates at the time. And I just said, boys, let's start making YouTube videos. And they both turned to me and they're like, oh, what if people leave bad comments and bag us? And I'm just like, it's just part of the game. Like it is what it is. People are going to leave comments, good and bad.
Yeah.
You got to be able to accept both. So they're like, nah, we'll pass. Then I started making YouTube videos and that kicked off, man. That kicked off for about a year or two. And then, bro, you know, when you're young and you're like, there's just so much pressure, right? In the sense of like, all right, cool, I've got to make videos. But, bro, you don't even know what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, in
But
general,
people have
just in
this,
general.
yeah, like, you know, I want to go out clubbing, but, you know, like I also wanted to, you know, study, but I also wanted, like, I was just focusing on too many things at once. And then I'm just like, you know what? Probably the easiest thing to do is stop making videos. And I stopped making videos for about 8 years. And then popped back up after lockdown. I think during lockdown, it was like, you know, when you just sit down and you just have a lot of time to think. I was just there
Beautiful.
like, you know what? I could get back into making videos. And it's funny because I remember when I first proposed that I'm going to come back and make videos, people were like, bro, you're a dad. You're married. You've got kids. TikTok is for kids. TikTok is for teenagers dancing and twerking. You know, well, Instagram Reels. Who watches Instagram Reels? And I'm like, look, you know what? The TikTok thing, bro, they might have a point. So I won't make any videos on TikTok. I'm like, I'll just post them on Instagram. Started posting the first 2, 3. And then on my third one, what happened was it did well on Instagram. And someone ripped it off my Instagram and put it on their TikTok. Like a nameless
Oh,
profile, bro.
okay. Oh, I see.
Like their profile is, I got no name, no nothing. They probably had like a video of some trees and a video of their dog. And then the third video was a video of me, my video.
Yeah, which one was it, brother?
And I don't even remember, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was not like that long ago. And it was like, it got like 600,000 views. I think it was about the lockdowns. I think that was like, it was a joke about the lockdowns.
Yeah.
And what happened was, yes, it got like 600K views in 2 days. And people were sending it to me, being like, oh, bro, is this your TikTok account? I'm like, bro, I didn't even have TikTok. And then I'm like, when that video got 600K views, I'm like, all right, cool, I got to start posting on TikTok as well. So then from then on, man, whatever I uploaded on Instagram, I put on TikTok, and then boom, it just took off.
It's scary. And haven't looked back since
Yeah.
3 years, eh? Bing, bang, bang,
So, hey,
baby.
man, that's it, man. 3 years, haven't looked back. So 2 years. Then after June, it'll be my third year. So 2 years of making 2 to 3 videos a week. And I think within the first month of making videos, like as in when I say the first month, I mean like the first month I was just making like 1 video a week, 2 videos a week. And then there was this period of time where I uploaded, I think it was like 20 videos in 20 days.
Yep.
And I was just like, you know what? If I surely if I upload 20 videos, 2 of them should be able to go viral. And then like quite a few of them like really kicked off.
Did. Yeah.
And then, yeah, man. And I just kept at it. And we've been at it since, man. And haven't turned back. It's been the best thing, biggest blessing. It's changed the course of my life and my family's life, man.
Yeah, beautiful, brother. Beautiful to see too. I think like as immigrants, like you can't be what you can't see, right? And like you said, when it was YouTube, there was no one doing besides Super Wog, there was no one really, you know, but there was skits, it was different. No one doing stuff that you found relatable about your everyday. So and I think you're like in a sweet spot tapping into just everyday things that not just even ethnics, like all sort of Australians understand, or even humans in general, brother. Because I've even seen some like old ladies, brother, at the shops watching your videos. Like some old mayonnaise lady. Shout out to our mayonnaise people out there. I'm like, let's go, auntie. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like like obviously the power of social media, man. I'm just hitting anyone and everyone. But at the
Yeah.
time, it was like, you're too old, and it's like, brother, trust me, man. This is, you know what it's like. It's like the dagger versus the sword, right?
Mm.
Like, yes, the dagger in a short distance will win a fight, but the sword wins a battle, right? And
Ooh,
the years of like sharpening and life experience. That's why, man, they say comedy is an old man's game, and it's because as you get older, you see the ironies in life. Like before I make
yeah.
a video, it's like I see things, and I'm just like, no one's talking about this. I should make a video about it. And
Yeah, I
that comes
love it,
with
brother.
age, man. Because when
Yeah,
you're
hard.
when you're 18, 19, man, you're just thinking about, oh, bro, look at that girl.
You haven't
Oh,
lived, eh,
she,
brother? You haven't lived, cousin.
yeah,
That's all you know.
of course,
You know.
of course.
Yeah, nah, hard. And you're right, brother. Like even like some of the more recent successes in the world of stand-up comedy, like yourself, obviously too. But like on the scale that you'll be at one day as well, like Andrew Schultz, like the bro's 40, cause like people think like but I remember listening to his Brilliant Idiots podcast like over 10 years ago, cause like and like thinking and then listening to watching his stuff on YouTube way back and thinking like, bro, the bro's on. But like as
Hey, it
he's
takes time, man.
matured, oh, now look at him carving, brother. Let's go. Can't wait
Of
to see you
course, man.
selling out Madison Square Garden too, brother. Let's go.
Hey, one day, man. Where
And that ain't
you've said it here. You've said it here. So the day I do sell it out, I'm going to use your head and voice as promo.
yeah, that's it, brother. I'll be there too, cuz I'll say it again too for you on the biggest podcast in the world with the biggest stand-up comic in the world. Let's go. That's it,
Mind the
baby.
mic. Let's go.
Yes, sir. We on that's the goal anyway, brother. Daily deposits, baby. But and that's not even a glaze, brother. That's real. Like if you want it, brother, go get it. Yeah, like you're saying,
That's it,
Who
man.
cares?
Sky's the limit.
Yeah. Show him how old you are, baby. Ah, show how old I am, cuz.
Exactly.
I'm gonna show you how great I am. Let's
That's
go, brother.
it, man. That's it. Exactly, bro.
Have you? So through this, are you just? Is this you full time now? Just full time? We call it mahi, which is work in Maori. We say mahi. Is
Yeah,
this your
man.
full time mahi now?
Yeah,
That's it.
man.
Just
It's the full time mahi, man. Full time.
yeah,
So I was in the fitness industry when I
yeah.
first started, and I was working for Derrimut Gym, 24-hour gym, probably one of the bigger chains in Australia, but
Mhm.
also like especially in Victoria and South Australia, one the biggest easily. And the problem with that is, man, it's a 24-hour business which requires 24-hour attention.
True.
And unfortunately, I was like, you know what? If I get the 40 hours that I'm doing there and put that into this, what can come out of it? Turn to my wife and I'm just like, babe, I'm leaving the job. She's like, leaving the job obviously like entails you making sure you earn a living, post videos, answer emails, or like taking it serious.
Yeah,
And I'm
everything.
like, yeah, I think I'm ready. And now it's been a year, man, and I haven't looked back. Exactly a year. So 8 days ago
Yeah.
was my last shift. 8 days ago, a year
Yeah.
ago, was my last shift
Yeah.
at the gym, and haven't looked back, bro.
Beautiful, brother. That's all. I love that, cuz. I love that. I love people just breaking out of the system, cuz, and creating your own system. Becoming your own system, and out of the rat race, brother. I mean, it's not for everyone. Some people are fine, like working at BP, and it's all good. But nothing wrong with that. But if you want to chase dreams, brother, it's cool seeing people do it, and cool to see like a year later. Can't wait to see 10 years later, brother. 20 years
That's
later.
it, man. And like I said, reward is on the other side of risk, bro. So I had to take that risk, step out of my comfort zone, and just make sure, just try and smash out as much content as possible, get deals, and make sure my family's looked after. I think that's the main thing. As you're a father yourself, man. We are simple creatures. As long as our family, whether it's partner, kids, immediate family,
Mm,
are good, we're more
very
than
good.
good, man.
Yeah, 100%. As long as everyone's happy. Because then if you're not, then you're not good. Yeah, brother. If they're not, then you're not good for sure. That's it.
100%, man. And
Nah,
it's
beautiful,
like
brother.
it's almost like borderline degrading when you're going through that phase of like, oh, am I letting my family down?
Mm.
And I mean, you never want to feel that feeling.
Yeah, brother. I
So
felt
it's
that
like,
feeling, brother, for sure. You know what I mean? And for sure. And yeah, don't want to feel it again. For
yes,
sure,
of
brother.
course.
And
They,
daily deposit to make sure we don't. Yeah.
100%, man. It's like I think there's this study that they say, the mouse the mouse, the mouse going after a cheese
Mhm.
or the mouse running away from a cat. And it's like sometimes the mouse, the running away from the cat, always runs faster than the mouse running towards the cheese, right? Because it's trying to
Oh,
get away from the thing that it doesn't want. So every time I have a tough time or a tough day, I'm like, how would this look if I'm back in the fitness industry? And I just think of my
no.
worst days there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to do that again. And I'll keep at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it, but that's mean motivation, mean drive cars to not go back there. You know what I mean? And that
Of
like
course, man.
yeah, and then going back there could not only just mean for anyone that's listening like financially, and it could be just like not doing what you love or what you want to do, what your passion is, not being mentally where you want to be. And we will have our down times, but I think that's beautiful, beautiful perspective, brother. Just like look back, and I think that's that. Oh, what do they say? Like some people like talk about just looking forward and only focusing on forward, but sometimes you got to look back just to see how far you come, but also to realize you don't want to go back there. I think that's a
One
good thing,
hundred
bro.
percent, man. One hundred
Yeah,
percent.
it's on, brother. What's one of your biggest takeaways from working in the fitness industry, though? Like positive.
Positive. So the positive of working in the fitness industry, they say the two best places in the world to network is a place of worship
Hmm.
and a gym. So the network that you build, man, that's why I tell people, I'm like, training is obviously good for your mental health, good for your physical health, but the network and the people you can meet at the gym can potentially change your life. That could be you could be studying in uni as a banker or like something in finance, but the manager of the branch or the manager of the head office trains at your gym. And chances are,
Yeah.
if you're training at the gym, they're going to take you more serious because if you're disciplined enough to come and move in the gym for 1 hour a day, they're going to be like, all right, cool. If this guy can dedicate that time to do something he doesn't, or most people don't want to train, or at least if you're
Mm,
training properly, you shouldn't want to. You shouldn't be. Oh, I love training. If you're training properly, all right. And
yeah.
if someone's dedicating time out of their day to do something that they don't really want to do, then they're probably going to do well in their job, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like a reference of its own. So the networking at a gym was phenomenal, and also the lesson in discipline, man. Of like I said, just sometimes you got to do the tough stuff to make you realize that the other tough stuff in your life isn't that tough.
Yeah, that's it, brother. Die
Yeah,
daily, baby.
exactly, man.
Hey, brother. Yeah, 100%. Do
Yeah,
something hard every day, huh?
of course.
I
And
I
then
seen a
like it makes you realize.
yeah, I seen a reel the other day of a guy saying that he pays 100K. I don't know if you've seen it, but he's talking about paying 100K uh to be a part of some club, but it's a club like a health club, but where all these billionaires go to. And then they're like, "Oh, that's stupid." He's like, "Yeah, but I get to sit in the spa and talk to these guys." Well, but you're with someone like you could say 10 grand if it's a lower, whatever it is, you know what I mean, whatever scale you want to go to. But and he's like, but someone who has the money won't pay it because like they're scared. Oh, they're just thinking of the money, but not thinking of the networking aspect of that. So yeah, that's
It's true,
interesting, brother.
man. It's 100% true, man. Your network is your net worth. And I don't like when I say net worth, people automatically assume financially.
Nah, no way, not
Nah,
just that, brother.
it's deeper than that.
100, brother. Do you have people around you that push you, like to encourage you to keep going? Do you have people that tear you down, that continually say you're old and say you're shit and all that? Do you have people that believe in you around you and just like your wife and said, all right, then, baby, let's go and quit that job and
100%,
give
man.
it a crack? You know what I mean? That's the
Hey,
network.
I, I met my wife, bro. She was making way more money than me, bro.
Yeah. What's the love story? Tell us how you meet. How did that go?
Oh, she's the one that hit me up, man. She's the one that slid in my DMs.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's funny because every time I say that, everyone just loses it.
I told
Yeah,
you,
man,
brother. French Montana's prettier cousin, baby. I told you.
hey, man, she slid into the DMs and like we started getting to know each other.
Mhm.
And like I remember when I first put the intent to marry this woman, to marry this girl, like to take her from girlfriend to marriage, and I'm just like, bro, like I'm making like. Not I'm a bum, but you know, like I'm not. I'm almost like that imposter syndrome. Like, bro, I'm not even worthy, or like I'm
Mm.
not going to be capable to look after this woman. But man, she stuck by me, man. She stuck by me back then. And I think the first 3 years of our relationship, she was making way more money than me. And
Yeah.
that's in the process of me or us getting married and everything in between, honeymoon, traveling. She was still making more money than me. So, you know, like you got to have people like that that are going to back you from day one.
Yep.
So when the time comes and the tables turn,
Yep.
hey, they're the people you got to look after. So, you know, that's my tribe. That's my rock. And, you know, I got to make sure I look after her and I look after everyone that sort of looked out for me as well along the way.
Yeah, he's beautiful, brother. Shout out to Mumsy, brother. Whatever her name is. Shout out to your lovely wife, man. That's awesome, man. A beautiful story, bro. Like the rock in the
Thank
way,
you.
eh? Brother, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it, my man. Who's your top? Do you got a top three stand-up comedians of all time, and off the top of your head?
Man, Dave Chappelle, all three.
Oh yeah, that's it. Dave Chappelle, all three,
That's
baby. What do
Dave
you love about
Chappelle is
Dave?
the goat, man.
What do you
Man,
love about Dave?
his delivery and storytelling is second to none, man. I grew up on the Dave Chappelle YouTube clips. So,
Yeah.
you know, from Rick James to like all his skits back
Oh,
in
the
the
Chappelle
days.
show. Yeah.
The Chappelle show, that's the one. And but like I've never watched like a full episode of the Chappelle show. I've just seen clips,
Yeah.
consistent clips. And like I said, I grew up in a YouTube era where like my parents refused to buy Foxtel, refused to like comedy channel. What you want to watch comedy on TV? No, we're not doing that.
Mm.
So you know, like I grew up on YouTube. So for me, Dave Chappelle was the greatest, man. And then I think up there as well, like obviously you got your Andrew Schultz and everything like that. But it's hard for me to humanize all the comedians these days because, in a sense, they're the people that I'm going up
Yeah,
against in the
that's right,
algorithm,
brother.
right?
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah, so
brother. Yeah,
I almost don't want to humanize them, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I've got the one goat.
Tunnel vision, baby.
That's
I
it,
like
man.
it.
And
Let's go.
everyone else, I'm trying to catch up to it.
Let's
Yeah,
go,
man.
baby. And
But
you're gonna get there too,
he's
brother.
100%, man. That's what we're working towards every day, man. Brick by brick.
Brick by brick, brother. Yeah, Dave
That's
Chappelle.
it.
Okay, Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle.
the
Hey,
goat,
that's
man.
sweet. Top. We'll just give a top one then,
Who's
baby.
your top three? Who's your top
Top
three?
three stand-up comedians. I'm gonna go Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, and Eddie Murphy, brother.
Nice, man. If you said Kevin Hart, I would have slapped you.
Nah, I don't mind some of us, but yeah, nah, yeah. Which cheek?
Hey, whichever one.
Yeah, brother. No, Cat Williams is actually how I got my name, brother. Shubz. That's a whole other thing, but yeah, because it's
Oh,
like not
dude,
my
sick.
real name. My real name's Martel, but Martel. Yeah,
Whoa.
but yeah. Well,
But I thought Teddy and Rashid were different, man. That's completely off.
yeah, that's way off, brother. Way off, brother. Yeah, no, but Cat Williams is through Cat Williams like a oh, what does he say? There's a part of when he speaks, like some Christian people they believe in speaking tongues or whatever it is, and he says on there he's like Shabaranaya Shorabora Honda. So like on Pimp Chronicles 2, he says that like which is like some of the tongue stuff that they speak, I guess. And when I was making an account one day, I just said to my baby mom, I was like, what do I said to my missus? I was like, what do I name it? And then we were just laughing about that, and then I just ended up naming it that Shabaranaya, and then I just started. Because it just like I said to you, I was just live streamer for just like they just live streamed and then got to the point where everyone just called me Shubz, so I
Shubs.
just dropped the rest of it and just became Shubz. And that's it,
Beautiful.
bro. But yeah,
How's your experience live streaming on TikTok, man?
oh, it's all good. Like I said before we got on here, like I got number one last year, about a year ago. Like in the weekly rankings, and actually there's a few other ones that we got number one in. And once I got there, I sort of like, there's a lot of stuff that I sort of pushed to the side, and which goes back to what we talked about, having that support system and or being the, like you said, making sure that everyone's good. And because I had like was just tunnel vision on this one goal, I didn't, there's a lot of stuff that I neglected. You know what I mean? So I was in a bit of a rap, brother. I was, nearly going to end it pretty much. I was like, or not nearly, I was, but I chucked the old, I got the old extension cord around the old thing, and my son woke up, brother. My son woke up and crying, he's teething. So I thought, oh, I can't do this now. I'll go get him. And it sorted him out, and then I just, bro, the tears just poured down, brother, and they just wouldn't stop falling, brother. And I was like, fuck, I don't even know where these are coming from, really. And I just thought about everything, and I said, what do I want to do? I wanted to like what I'm doing, I'm not happy with at the moment. It's not the live streaming thing. There's a lot of other stuff, but what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I was like, bro, I want to build the biggest podcast in the world. I said to myself at that moment, and that's not a competition to nobody. That's a competition to myself to see if I can do it. So I said to myself, well, how do I do it? So this was May last year, nearly a year ago. I said, well, let me spend the next 6 months or till the end of the year, and I want to launch one in January, whether I have people that want to do it with me or I just do it with myself, whatever. I got all these ideas, and I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to create different shows on it. It's going to become a network sort of style, and just like with all different shows, and interview all the coolest people that I can talk to in the world. So I just learned every day from that day onwards something about trying to make this happen, brother. It's not the flashiest setup or anything, but that doesn't matter, brother. In time that will come. I'm not really bothered, brother. I'll sit here for another 10 years and do it. But that was the goal, right? It was to just create that. So I spent that, and then January, first week of January, I dropped the first episode, and now what are we? May now, and this, like I said, it will be around 150, 160 episodes by the time this comes out in the next week, or if I just drop it tomorrow. So
beautiful,
and that's the goal, my brother, continue. And now I feel fulfilled inside. Like I'm not where I want to be. I'm just a baby, brother. But like I pushed this to the side so long, and now I'm actually like, I feel like I'm living my purpose doing this, brother. Conversation is something that I've always been good at, because I grew up, I went to 17 different primary schools, so I had to talk to people all the time, make new friends all the time, brother. And you probably know, going from Morocco back to Australia, having to learn English, going from all of this stuff, conversation just flows, brother. So yeah. Anyway, we're not here for me. We're here for the great Teddy.
No, man. But you've got to tell your story as well, man. And look, I agree with you, man. Conversations change lives.
Yeah, brother, and that's what I think. Like, even if the value that they like when I say value, people are like, oh, like you just want to inspire people. Oh, like, even if it just make people laugh, G, like that's cool for me. Like, if someone else, like all the guests come on and they inspire people, and all I do is make people laugh and piss themselves, and sweet ass.
Yeah, 100%. And like, bro, like one day you're gonna reach 1,000 episodes, and you're gonna look back at your first 1,000 episodes, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it felt like I just, it just flew, right?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to do 444 by the end of the year, and it's not like it doesn't feel like work to me, brother. Like it doesn't, G. Like I just like, I enjoy it, brother. I enjoy it every day. Like I ain't making a dime from it, but
that's the best feeling,
fun.
bro.
It just feels like it's fun, it's enjoyable. Like these connections that I'm making with cool people like yourself and many others, like people that, like I said, don't even have platforms, but they got interesting stories, brother. Even on long TikTok along the journey, like I met so many different people that are brought on, like, some huge content creators, some just fucking everyday people that I thought, wow, you went through that, or like you lived, like that's your lived experience, but would you like to do it a podcast? And a lot of them remember me asking them 2-3 years ago, if I start a podcast one day, will you come on? And then when I do now, they're like, oh, I remember you asking me back in the day. So I was like, yeah, it's always been the intent, but I'm finally here now.
So you always had it in you.
Yeah, 100, my brother.
That's good.
And I think just like you, my brother, I'm sure people in Morocco could probably attest, like, I knew that fellow was going to be something's done one day. When you go back and sell a show out in Morocco, that'll be the one, brother.
Oh, is that a dream, man. Hey, that'll be bigger than the MSG for me.
100,
but
of course.
Honestly, I think like with Morocco, man, that would be crazy. But then again, the competition is so steep, bro.
Yeah,
like, bro, I don't think you understand how funny Moroccans are, man.
Tell me.
Like, I think you get like, everyone gets me, and I'm like the watered down version.
Yeah,
over there, bro. Like, bro, people are hilarious, man. And I don't know if it's just because they're just so hospitable, like that they're naturally hilarious. Like just like you said, just natural conversationalists. But I think, bro, some of the people in Morocco are absolutely hilarious, man. And if I can go toe to toe with them, I'll be wrapped.
Yeah,
that's the dream.
Bro. Where would you? Where,
That's
where would
my
you?
that's my
Where would you
MSG.
sell out? If what would be the spot like over there? Do you know? You got one in mind?
Nah,
Visualization?
nah,
Nah.
man. I haven't thought that far, man. I'd love to do
Yeah.
an arena show here in Australia first before
Oh,
I even
let's
go
go,
there,
baby.
man.
Yeah. What are
Yeah,
we talking?
that's
MCG? Ooh, MCG, baby.
oh,
Imagine
off,
oh, what's it
off,
called? What's
off.
it called now? The roof one? Not Etihad. Marvel.
Marvel,
What's Marvel now? Oh yeah, Marvel.
Marvel.
Whatever
Nah,
the
but I'll,
sponsor
I'll
name is.
start off. I'll be wrapped with Margaret Court Arena, man.
Ooh, shout out to Maggie Court.
Margaret, yeah,
Yeah.
Margaret Court, Rod Laver, any
Yeah.
one of those tennis courts, just to get an immersive experience. Because you got to remember, it's just me on the stage.
That's it, brother.
So yeah, man, a dream would be to do that. And the dream is to also keep creating content for as long as possible, man. Because just like you, bro, this doesn't feel like work, man. This is fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like jumping on a podcast, like, bro, I love like that's why when you sent out the invite for the podcast, I was wrapped
Yeah.
because, bro, jumping on here is a challenge not just for you, but it's also a challenge for me because I'm making such short content that jumping
Mm.
on a podcast, I get to know you, but I also see like, all right, cool. Let me see how I can go with long form content.
Yeah, let's go,
Yeah,
brother. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, yeah.
like, I love it, man. And I love making content, and I hope I can do it for as long as possible, bro. And
How
like
were
you
you
said,
working?
even
What's
if
that,
they
brother?
just get a laugh, even if people just get a laugh, man, my job is done.
Yeah, that's it, brother. Uh, uh, when you're doing your comedy, did you have to, you know how they talk about with having to work it in like local things? Did you have to do it, or did you prepare all that stuff before you went on tour? Because
Yes,
like,
I prepared most of it, and then I did a few open mics here in Melbourne,
okay,
at the Comics Lounge
yeah,
and a couple of other small clubs. But the experience is so different because the people that come out to my shows are people who watch my stuff, so they know exactly what they're getting.
mm,
Right? Like if you watch my videos and you come out to my show, you're like, yeah, cool, this is similar. You know, it might not be the same because I'm not sitting in my car. I'm on stage talking to a microphone.
yeah,
Whilst like when I go Comics Lounge or when I go anywhere, places like this, people don't know who I am. Or if there's 500 people there, 20 people probably know me out of the 500. So sometimes, like something could actually be funny, but it's just the wrong crowd.
yeah.
Yeah, and
But
like
let's
I've had a
say,
couple of moments,
yeah, a
had a
couple
couple
of
of
what
moments
you
like that.
true. Can you
Yeah,
remember like what were you saying, or you can't say?
like bro, yeah, no, I can say I won't say the full joke because it's
Yeah,
like a bit of a
yeah,
story, but
all good.
I pretty much had this bar at my tour. Also on my tour where I was just speaking about how like flying Jetstar and how like shocking it is.
Yep.
And I remember like doing it at my shows, and pretty much every single city that I joked about it, people were laughing. People were dying laughing. And then I went to Comics Lounge here just before Christmas, so after my tour. And I said that same joke, word for word, delivery and everything. And out of that whole room, there was like probably 5 people who laughed. And when I say that whole room, there was probably like 300 people there.
Oh, true.
And like I said the punchline, and only like 4 or 5 people laughed.
What's that feel like, brother?
And bro, like my heart fell out of my ass. That's what it felt like, honestly. And I was just like the joke didn't expire. So it's just
Yeah.
like, bro, like how's this, like how is this real? And it was almost like a punch in the mouth where I was just like,
Mm,
whoa. Yeah, like how MMA fighters say when they get hit and their legs just give out. Or
yep.
anyone, boxers or like they
Yep.
get hit like properly and their legs give out. It's not even their head. Like they can still see
Yeah. But they
throw
can't
hands,
control.
but their
Yeah.
yeah, their legs are gone. That's honestly what it felt like, man.
True.
And I was just like, whoa. And then I still had another like 4 or 5 minutes to go.
Oh, and that's
And
a
I
long
just,
4 or 5 minutes, eh?
oh
That's a
man, 4 or 5 minutes
long.
felt like 4 hours on stage. And I just said the rest of my jokes. And I remember like walking off stage and I said bye to the guys, like, thanks for tonight
Yep.
and everything. And then I drove home and I'm just like, you almost start questioning, like, should I even be doing this, bro?
Should I
Like,
give up? Yeah.
yeah,
Should I
should I
give
just
up?
give up? But like the good thing about creating content is almost like that's my open mic. So if I make a video and people laugh at it, that's a good testing ground.
Mm, yeah. But but it's good. It's good to be like. It's good to have those moments too, and like not let like some people, like other people, might have just actually given up, brother, and been like, I just did this whole tour, but like these 295 people didn't laugh, so that's me, I'm over. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good on you
Oh,
for being
man,
like,
that was almost me.
but like, I'm glad it isn't, brother. I'm glad it isn't.
Yeah.
I seen another
Nah.
video the
Like, I
other
think,
day. Yeah, go. Sorry about that.
no. Like, so sometimes, you get punched and you realize, that's not the end of the fight.
Yeah,
The
that's
fight
it.
ends when the ref calls it.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And at the end of the day, brother, like this one joke, you know what I mean? Like one night, one session, That's like we all have bad ones there, and it's the bad ones that teach us the most lessons, right? Yeah.
Definitely, man. It's like they say, one cheat meal won't make you fat. One training session won't get you shredded. So you just got to keep
Yeah,
going.
baby. Teddy, that's Teddy right there, baby.
That's the fitness industry kicking in, bro.
That's it, my man. 100%, brother. Hey,
Oh man,
before we get out of here, my brother, I got a couple of questions for you, if that's all right. Just a couple of quick ones.
are you pointing down to the octagon right now?
Let's
A couple
go.
of quick ones. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, go. Yeah, yeah. No. All right, brother. If you could have one meal for the rest of your life, what do you choose? And it has to be a real meal. You can't be taking meals from other, like, oh, get this one, butter chicken, butter Chinese, and put it all together. Give me a real meal, Moroccan dish, whatever dish. Your wife's a better
Sushi.
be. No. Oh, sushi. Your wife's sushi?
Sushi.
No.
Any sushi, bro.
Any sushi. How do you have it?
Any sushi, man. However, bro, honestly,
Yeah.
I love
You
any
don't
form of
care what's
sushi,
in
man.
it. Boom.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care what's in it, man. Honestly, I'm
Wow.
not fussed, bro.
Yeah, let's go. Shout out to the bro's low-key Japanese out here. I like it.
Maybe, man. I'm half Asian.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Me too, eh? if you could have one superpower, which one do you choose and why? Or create one?
I'll probably go teleporting,
Teleporting.
or I'd have speed like the Flash, so I'd be able to time travel.
So which one? Why?
So
Choose one.
I'd be like the Flash, man. I'd love to travel at a fast pace.
Yeah.
I think one of my biggest icks is people who don't have a sense of urgency, and I feel like that's the one thing that separates a lot of people is having a sense of urgency just to get shit done. So I think I'd
Yeah.
want speed just so I'm able to get shit done a lot quicker. That's my
I
superpower.
like it. Yeah, that's superpower. So you're going Flash more than teleportation. You're going Flash.
100%. Yeah.
Break
I'll rather speed.
Yeah, okay,
That's
speed.
it.
Well, because you know what, teleportation's cool, and you could because that's always my choice, I think. But I think you might have changed my mind. No, because like, no, but literally, brother, because I think about it, I'm like, teleport. You can go everywhere you want. You can have breakfast here, dinner here, like all different countries, all different continents if you want to. But at the same time, like they'll probably get boring. Like it'll be cool just to run fast. The just goes so fast that like. You know what I mean? And be able to dodge
Of course,
bullets and shit like this.
it's more feasible in like day-to-day life. Whilst teleport, it's like after 3 months, it's like, oh, all right, we've been everywhere. Now what?
Yeah, where do we go now? Like, we go back to Morocco?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's it, brother. No, 100%. Who's your top 5 footballers of all time? Let's mix it up. AFL and football, like the real football, which is obviously.
I'll give you the real football.
Yeah, okay.
For
Real
me,
football.
obviously, did you want them in order, or we're just talking like?
Yeah, let's give it order, baby. Order. Let's go order.
In order. All right, man.
Order.
All right, let's go. So number 5. So these are people that I've watched, and like I said, the list is subjective. At the end of the day, these are people I grew up watching, so obviously there'll be a bit more bias.
Yeah.
There. Number 5 would be Zinedine Zidane.
Ooh, the Algerian.
Yeah, man. Yeah, of course, man. Algerian French. Number 4 would be Sergio Ramos. One of probably, personally, one of the best centre backs, top 3 centre backs in the world, definitely. Number 3, man, Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho, just because he was a game changer, man. Like the way he came in, he added that flair to the game.
Yeah.
Just that Brazilian flair, man. The way he moved with the ball, absolutely insane. Number 2,
might give
Messi.
you a few locks for your head too, brother. Hook you up. We need to go to
100%,
Turkey, baby. Let's go.
Number 2, Messi, and number 1, Ronaldo. Now I know
Number
that's
1,
controversial.
Ronaldo. Yeah.
I know that's controversial, but it's only because I'd build a team around Ronaldo before I'd build a team around Messi.
Ooh. So it's not. So it's nothing to do with what they've won or that. You just think that team
That's why I
building
said
wise,
it's subjective. Yeah, like team
yeah,
building wise,
yeah.
you know, I
Why is
build
it better
around
to build
Ronaldo.
a team around Ronaldo than Messi? Because I don't really know the game. I know a few players and
So
that, but I don't.
Messi is a centre forward,
Mhm.
and this is my personal opinion, but I believe his achievements are so inflated because he just had such a good central midfield team, Xavi, Iniesta in Barcelona.
Iniesta,
Like he had,
Iniesta.
yeah, man, he had like the best central midfield, arguably the best, right? So
Okay.
we can say as a centre forward, without them, what could he have possibly achieved? Probably not as much as he did. Ronaldo, he played left wing. He's played centre forward. He did it in Man United before he even made it to Madrid.
Yes.
And you know the amount that he's achieved with Madrid, phenomenal. And put him, and he's versatile. Probably put him in the forward line, put him left wing, and he'll probably be able to play both as well. So a lot more versatility. And
Okay.
he didn't like yes, obviously he played with absolute superstars, but Xavi and Iniesta are levels, yeah.
Okay, there we go. There you go, fam. I see it. Any advice for any up and coming content creators, brother? And
The main advice that I'd give to any content creator is get started. A lot of people's ideas go to die because they think, oh, you know, I'm not good enough, or am I going to be good enough? Really, just get started, and you'll get better. Like just like gym, the more reps and sets you get in, the better you're going to get at it. You know, like people think, oh no, I've got to have the best microphone and the best camera.
hell no.
You don't. You're gonna have to, bro. Like I literally record all my videos on an iPhone. I'm on this podcast with a literal laptop and
Yeah.
AirPods.
Bro,
So
I'm
it goes
filming
to
this
show,
on.
like,
I'm just filming this on a laptop, but I could film it on my phone. I got the
exactly.
like a low
You know,
keyest background out, brother.
of
Just do
course,
it.
man,
I like it.
and yeah, exactly, man. So just do it, like Nike
Yes.
says.
Yeah, that's it, hey, brother. You're the Nike. Hey, I just want to say too, brother, if you have any advice out there for people that are parents, anybody that's parents and raising kids in this world, she's a crazy world today. Any advice for them?
I
Just your
think the
own
best
perspective.
advice, man, the best advice for parents from the top of my head would be use your gut instinct, man. Like, if you feel like it's right, chances are it is probably right. And if you feel like it's wrong, chances are it's probably wrong. Don't let the internet and don't let these parent influencers or these parents on TikTok influence every single decision you make. At the end of the day, you know your child more than you do. Well, you know your child more than they do,
Mm.
is what I'm trying to get at. And, you know, like it's very easy to get distracted by what's on TikTok, what's on Instagram. But reality is there is no right way to do things. There's only your
Yep.
way. And the best way to do it is your way. And you know what? Just like our parents, you know, they grew up, they raised us, they made mistakes. Us as parents are going to move on and learn from their mistakes and raise our kids better. And it'll be the same thing with your kids. You know, there's no such thing as perfect, but you can try to get as close as possible to it.
100%. No, thank you, brother. I just want to say, brother, time's the most valuable commodity we have as human beings. The one thing we can never get back. We can always get back things. We can always get back money. But time spent is time lost. So thank you for sharing an hour and a half of your time that you could have spent with your family or making cool videos, brother. I'm so grateful. I appreciate it so
It's a
much.
pleasure, man. Thank you, bro. It's an honor. Honestly, it's an honor to be on this podcast. Um, yeah, bro. Like I said, I don't get the chance to be on like anything long form. So
Yep.
you giving me this opportunity, I'm forever grateful for it, man. So thank you.
No, nice. And I hope people take value from it in whatever way, whether it's just a laugh or whatever, for years to come on all the platforms it exists on, brother. And I hope it's not the last time we link up, brother. You know, in the flesh, maybe catch up if you're in Perth or I'm in your hood and we're free, brother. We'll catch up, have a bit of sushi. I don't even eat sushi, so I have something else. But yeah. I'll have a feed or
I'm
something.
gonna convert you, bro. I'm gonna change your mind.
Yeah, you're gonna convert. My man. Hey,
I'm gonna
speaking on
change
that,
your mind.
can I get one thing from you? Actually, can we get
Let's
a
go.
Mind the Mic will be the biggest podcast in the world, and you can't change my mind. Obviously, it's up to me to make that happen. But
Hey, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna speak it into existence. So all I've got to say is, Mind the Mic will be the biggest podcast in the world, and you can't change my mind.
let's go, brother. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and my sister asked for one too. Can we get one for my sister on there?
Of course, man.
All
What
right.
does
She
she
said
want?
she said Maddie will get a husband by the end of the year, and you can't change my mind.
Maddie is going to get a husband by the end of this year, and you can't change my mind. So if you're listening to this, listen, Maddie needs someone on the ASAP. Come on, let's get it
Hey,
going,
good woman
brothers.
too. Let's get it going. I appreciate you again, my brother. Big blessings to the family. Much love to the wifey too, brother, for supporting you. And you know, the
Thank
guy
you.
we see here is there's a lot of factors. Obviously, all the work you've done and the belief in yourself, but also the unit that you have along with you, brother. That network. Beautiful, my brother. Big love. Thank you so much for watching this full episode of Mind the Mic. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to create these episodes. So to know that you've watched and listened to the entire thing means the world to myself and all our hosts. If you could, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and share this episode out to as many people as possible. It would help us so much. Thank you again to everybody that's still here, still watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your shares, all the DMs. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Have an awesome morning. Have an awesome night, depending on where you are in the world. Mind the mic out.
Oi, have you hit the link in bio yet?
Watch full episodes on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all streaming platforms.